What's up, nerds? What's up, nerds? Goz Master here with another Magic the Gathering puzzle quest. Today's quest, Splashy Spellcaster. New rare from the new set of Wowie, Wilds of Eldraine. My gosh. This is another raw dog video. I'm not going to do a lot of editing this because I'm so buried with client work right now. The next 2 weeks, I should actually get myself caught back up and I can do some more edited videos. But until then, let's just go. This is one of the new cards. One of my chase cards I was coming through for the Wowie previews. However, I was concerned about some of the verbiage and I wanted to see how it actually worked in game. Because you know, Octagon, when they ran things, they would give you a card worded a certain way and then it would actually play a different way. We will examine that. So Splashy Spellcaster, 11 mana, blue 2/4 elemental wizard creature. When you cast a card, spell card specifically, target creature you control gains sorcerer roll. Fetch the period. Then fetch the first non-creature card from your library, convert 2 gems to blue. It's a convert 2 gems to blue that got us all curious. Can we loop with this? Is this going to be broken? Can we do things with this that we ought not shenanigan-wise? We shall see. So this is my Peasant build. I'm going to go with Graceful Takedown. I'm approaching this with a couple of different methods where there used to be spells. Back in my day, there used to be spells that we could take all of the power of our creatures and shoot our opponent in the face. We don't have that now, but we do have Imodane the Pyrohammer, 12 mana, 4/4 red human knight. When a spell card you control deals damage to a creature, deal that much damage to your opponent's planeswalkers. So now you may be thinking, well, Goz, this card doesn't do much good if they don't have a creature on the other side of the board, right? Right. So enter Iganjo Uprising, 7 mana, 10 stored mana, red-white. Spell card, create X samurai tokens. Those tokens gain haste and menace until end of turn. Then your opponent creates X -1 samurai token. X is this card's stored mana. Fun fact, if this card's only got 1 stored mana, you get the creature, they don't get anything. You can't control that, but it is something else. Outside of that, it is all spell cards. Broker's Charm, cut your losses. We got a little Alchemist Gambit for some double strikes and some double turns. Rite of Flame for a little mana gain. Rob the Archives. And then Candy Trail's another wowie card. Candy Trail, 5 mana. It is an artifact food. The support can't be reinforced. We get multiples on the board. Gives us a good opportunity to charge them and burst them. Bottom line is when the support enters the board, draw a card. When the support is destroyed, gain 3 life. So a little life gain maybe every now and then. It's really about the card draw. And because we only had 1 more slot we didn't have a spell slot. If I could, I would have taken another spell slot. This is the look of the deck. Click, click. And in addition to that, who are we running it with? We're running it with my man, Sarkhan the Unbroken. Why? Because of the color combination. We don't have any big creatures in here, so we're not able to use the big creature pull from his third ability, and but it doesn't matter. We don't need it. I'll show you why. Okie dokie. So setup is pretty basic. You get Splashy powered up. I will put it in this order. Alchemist Gambit and then Graceful Takedown. So Splashy Spellcaster first. I notice I mute him down because I don't actually want to put him on the board yet and put him at risk. I just want to go ahead and do all the things to match all my stuff, and I want to avoid making blue matches as much as possible, although I just did one there because it was just too good to not take. I'll take blue and green spell matches, and or red and green rather, so that I'm gaining all the mana I need and also getting to my first ability. And here is why. You don't want to expose your spell Splashy until you have to. All right, I think we have enough in that we can do this, so let's go ahead and bring out Splashy, take an extra turn if we need to. Do some takedown. We're actually going to do Broker's Charm first. And the reason we're going to do that is so that we power up our Splashy boy before we do Graceful Takedown. Don't want to match blue. In fact, we don't really need to match anything. We can just go for loyalty here because we have that in our DNA. So let's do that. Okay, Splashy. We target him with our own thing. We get the token on the board for sorcerer roll. We draw the card, we convert the mana, we get the gem match, we do the thing, we draw some more cards. Another Splashy, there's Imodane, that's who we want to get. So now, every single time I cast a spell, this little prompt comes up. Webcore, we didn't need to do this. We could have worded this in a way that was automatic to our first creature, to our next creature. I really, really would have loved that. That would have made this a lot less of a touchy deal, and it is okay. Now, I can tap it, and select it, and it'll go through all of the triggers again, or I can just hit Not Now, and it'll still do the same thing. If I had space in my hand, I'd draw a card. It still converts the mana, so you don't need to. So once all of your creatures have that, you can just hit Not Now and not worry about it. And that'll help speed you on your way. Now, with the Sorcerer's Roll, and what it basically does is it gives your creature prowess, and you get the +2. Is it +2? It is +2. +2, +2. Every time you cast a card, you convert the mana, and this is why you don't want to match any blue gems on the board as often as you can. We're going to say not now to that one. We have an extra swap. We will take this one, but first we want to get this bad boy out. Can we do that? No, we don't want to do that. Did I already draw a card? I did not. So there it is. Cool. That's actually what I've been looking for. So we'll put this down at the bottom. We'll put this up here. And let's go, fam. Let's go. No blue match if I can avoid it. Now, they have these seeded gems, so that's going to give us more mana. We like that. Thank you very much. Now, will use my ability on the MtG hammer. MtG heap. Where are we? What the hell is going on? The dust has only, not now, just begun to fall. Crop circles in the carpet. If you don't know MtG heap, I don't know who you are. You need to go educate yourself, my man. MtG heap is classic. Classic. Peak. All right. No, that's one loop timer. So much touching. So much feeling. And now we're going to give our samurai, we're going to give them the sorcerer roll. Let me see your sorcerer roll. It's a musical conclave and conjunction of all kinds of different crossroads of genres. Graceful takedown, bam, bang, firepower, and that should be more than enough. 54 damage to them, and because of the hammer schmidt, we're taking 49 or 50, whatever it is, to their face. Does anybody need the roll? No, everybody's got rolls? Okay, good. All right, more bread? More bread for you? Would you like some more rolls here? Would you like some more rolls? No, we're good, thank you. So we got an extra swap, and that's really the point of those extra swaps for us, guys. It just gives us a chance to get that done. I don't even want to waste another 1 mana on that. Let's go, let's go here. And can we get a red or a green match? We will red. That will do things. One thing to note, if you start to really match your, now all I'm seeing is Immadine. Oh, ba-doo, be-da, be-doo. You can tell it's early in the morning because I'm just getting my quests right now. If you don't do your sorcerer roll again from time to time, you'll see down here that it's a 1. And what winds up happening is it dies eventually. But if it dies and you cast another spell, it's totally fine. We'll just say not now for now. And selecting a creature on your team does not reinforce that support. It has to be destroyed before you can be rebuilt. You must destroy in order to rebuild. So just not now, and it's fine. And frankly, we won. This is it. We've done the thing. So much touching. I'm going to say yes, we're done. Just let my guy swing. These guys didn't have it. You can see there that my guys didn't have haste. So if you wanted to swap out your who's he what's it, whatever it's called, the candy trail, if you wanted to switch that out for something else, you could do that. Needed to have this on board, which is really what we're looking for. I'm going to mute everything down, go red, get double strike, double up, so that way we're not, everything has sorcerer roll, everything has sorcerer roll, don't need to do any of that, convert the blue, almost did the thing, don't want to do the thing, let's just go. Alright, so they double up, but it doesn't matter, our guys are going to be able to take them down, and we should swing for game. There it is. Okay, so, Webcore, I would really like not to have to touch my guys so much. Why do I have to touch my Splashy so much? It does not feel appropriate. Hey now. There's another build. Let me show you another Peasant build. So this is one option. This is all dealing damage to creatures on their side of the board. There's another option that's just swingy. Just go swing for face, which is a little bit faster. Let me show you that one. Okay, so this build concentrates on City on Fire. And City on Fire is when a creature you control deals combat damage to your opponent's Planeswalker, deal X damage to your opponent's Planeswalker. When a creature you control deals combat damage to a creature, deal X damage to that creature, double it up basically. And this is really what it is. When a spell you control deals damage to any target, deal X damage to that target. So if there are spells that do it, that's loopable. So I'm looking for spells that do good damage to an opponent, and the rest of it doesn't matter. It's like whenever they attack or reinforcements, yada yada, it's good. So that's it. Cut your losses. Very similar build, Rite of Flame. This does use Ovika as the engine for the creatures because these creatures, the goblins, have double strike, or I'm sorry, they have haste. So I can get them on the board and they can actually do their thing. Rob the Archives, Tainted Indulgence, Broker's Charm, Time Reversal for a little speed up, Alchemist Gambit for a double strike, and then the Splashies. There you go. Take a look. Click, click. Let's jump right into it. So I won't bore you with all of the setup going through it. The engine is, of course, Splashy Spellcaster. You wind up getting yourself in a position where you get him on board and start getting most of the table blue. And then you use your ability to cast spells, and of course you continue to make the conversions, and it keeps the hand churning as we're doing here. The payoff here is you get City on Fire on the board in some capacity, which is this gem down here, the red one. And that way when your gobbledygooks actually go ahead and start swinging for dome, they're doing twice the damage. Don't hesitate to shoot your own goblin right away, like early, with either Rob the Archives to get another casting of the spell, or with, of course, Cut Your Losses. And when you can, with Splashy Spellcaster, get them up to speed with it. Do not stop the loop. This is the second one I've had. So this does loop this way. This is just a more creature-focused way of getting at them. And, of course, I'm using Raw to get it done. So it's a bit better with the red-blue shenanigans. Once all your creatures have Sorcerer roll, you don't have to do anything. Just click no. It's a little bit faster. That way you're not having to think. Just hit no on all of those. Not now, rather. Get your creature as big as possible. You're going to need at least a 55 power creature there. But since our guy is not with summoning sickness, he can attack right away. So really we don't need that. I think we can actually attack at like 45. Not now. I really wish, Webcore, hey, if I could design this card is actually really good. I do enjoy Splashy Spellcaster. He is, he's good, but I'm going to show you another creature in a build that's actually better. I'm not going to actually spotlight it. I'm just going to show it to you here. I'll actually do a full build on another video. But right now we're good. So if I wanted to stop the loop, I can actually do that on the next one. Yes, I will stop, and we should be able to swing for dome. Boom, and boom. Oh yeah, I forgot about Wuzu What's It on Fire. So City on Fire would have been something to do earlier because it is a red creature. There you go. That is how that works. So Splashy Spellcaster is a poor person's version of Urabrask. Urabrask is dope. 12 mana, legendary, first strike, level 4/4, red Phyrexian Praetor. When you cast a spell card, deal 2 damage to your opposing planeswalker, gain 4 mana, increase this card's level by 1 at the beginning of your turn, yada, yada, yada. The first paragraph is really the most important one. This deck that I actually spotlighted here with City on Fire, Cut Your Losses, Rite of Flame, Ovika, yada, yada, this is actually my Urabrask deck. And it works really well. It's very functional and very powerful. Is there room for both of them in the deck? I don't think so. I mean, what would I cut? I might cut Tainted Indulgence for the other creature, but no, actually you don't have room for the creature because Ovika is getting you the goblin tokens. You don't have room on the board for that. So you can only have 2 creatures in this deck. If you take out Ovika and you use something else to go and fuel that, it's got to be a red creature with haste that can go and swing for dome. And if you give it roll, it's fine. My biggest criticism of this card is really one. It's just one. It's a really solid card. Splashy Spellcaster is good. I just have to touch way too much. I do not want to touch my deck that often. So Webcore, if I could implore you to do one change to this card to actually retcon it, would be to go back and say the first creature you control without sorcerer roll gains sorcerer roll, period. Then, fetch the first non-creature card from your library, convert 2 gems to blue. So they are 2 separate effects. There are 2 separate functions. I just have to touch my cards so often it's annoying. And there is no difference in benefit. It just takes forever to do. Where we're going to run into a problem with this is that it's not even a problem. It's just annoying for us. That having to touch the deal is annoying for us. Greg is going to automatically select. He's just going to select whoever he's going to select and go on with it. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't impact Greg. So this will loop for Greg, but he's got to get a lot of stuff down before he can start to make it happen. It's not going to be something that needs to be nerfed. With converting just 2 gems to blue, it's not OP. If it converted to 3, oh my gosh, it would be broken. It's not broken. And even then, if it converted to 3, it would just be very strong and be really mythic level power. But at a 2, it requires so much setup, it's not OP. It's very fair, and the bottom line, it does not need to be nerfed. So all you loop haters out there, tough deal. This should not get looped. So Webcore, don't listen to their complaining. They're just babies. What are your thoughts? Do you have Splashy Spellcaster? Do you like playing with it? I probably won't be playing with it just because of how much touchy I need to do. There are other ways to get this done. Urabrask itself is much better because I don't need to tap my phone. I can set it and forget it. I can set up the combo, start running it, and let it go. Don't nerf Urabrask, please. Come on. It's too difficult to set up for Greg to pull off. It's not going to do anything for them without having the right thinking behind it. So don't nerf that either. I'm like very paranoid, Webcore. Come here closer. I'm really grateful that you guys responded to those loops the way you did in the broken cards. I'm very scared that the new person that's playing Puzzle Quest on your guys' side might be a loop hater. And if that's the case, I just really want to make sure you guys are clear. There are many more of us that are not vocal because we do have loops in the game. You take the loops out, you're going to have a lot of people quitting, and you're going to have a lot of people not happy, much more so than those that are complaining about loops. So, again, if there are loops that I think are broken, I will say so. This is not broken, does not need to be nerfed. Neither does Urabrask, so leave it alone. With that said, my friends, I appreciate you. You could be anywhere in the world. What do you think of Splashy Spellcaster? Put your comments below. As always, join the quest, get into the Discord. We look forward to seeing you in there. We have some of the best players in the world offering advice, tips, and feedback. We have some new players in there that have gotten pretty good very quickly, and they've even started alt accounts. It's hilarious. These new players are like, oh, I need more, and they go and start another alt account, and now because they know how to play, because of the guidance of the tutelage, the guidance of and feedback and mentorship provided inside our group, they're now powerhouses. You know who you are, Chewable Trash. With all that said, my friends, until our next quest, swords up.